Imagine redefining an entire position in football. Not just playing it differently, but creating it. That's what Franz Beckenbauer did. Today, we throw around the word legend pretty casually. But when it comes to Beckenbauer, it barely scratches the surface. He wasn't just a footballer. He was an architect on the pitch, a general in defense, and the man who helped turn West Germany into a global powerhouse. From elegant defending to World Cup glory and even success off the pitch, this is the story of a footballing icon unlike any other. Franz Beckenbauer was born in Munich in 1945, right as World War II was ending. But like many kids growing up in the post-war era, young Franz found an escape through football. He joined SC Munich 06 at just 9 years old, and it wasn't long before his potential was clear. By age 13, he joined Bayern Munich. That choice changed everything. At the time, Bayern were not the giants they are today. They were still growing, and Beckenbauer's rise would help turn them into a European super club. In the 1960s, defenders were mostly expected to clear the ball and mark their man, but Beckenbauer saw more. He turned defense into a launching pad for an attack. He played as a libero, or sweeper, a role that barely existed at the time. Instead of just staying back, he would glide out of defense with the ball at his feet. It was smooth, effortless, and it was revolutionary. That's why they called him Der Kaiser, the Emperor. He made defending look cool, and more importantly, he made it central to how a team played. Beckenbauer made his debut for Bayern Munich in 1964. Over the next decade, he would help turn the club into a continental force. Bayern weren't even in the Bundesliga when he started. They earned promotion in 1965. By 1966, they had already won the German Cup. Then came the European Cup Winners' Cup in 1967. Between 1972 and 1974, Bayern won 3 consecutive Bundesliga titles. And from 1974 to 1976, they conquered Europe. 3 straight European Cups, which are now known as the UEFA Champions League. Alongside legends like Gerd Müller and Sepp Maier, he formed the spine of a team that could outplay, outthink, and outlast anyone. His international career started in 1965, and just a year later, he was part of the squad that reached the 1966 World Cup final in England. He was only 20 years old, but was already a star. Now, Germany lost that final in controversial fashion thanks to Jeff Hurst's infamous goal that may or may not have crossed the line. But Beckenbauer scored 4 goals in that tournament and was seen as the future of German football. Fast forward to 1970, and Beckenbauer made headlines again, this time for playing through injury. In the semi-final against Italy, he dislocated his shoulder but refused to come off. With no substitutions left, he played on with his arm in a sling. Germany lost 4-3 in extra time, but his bravery became a tale for future generations. And then came redemption. In 1972, Beckenbauer led West Germany to the European Championship title, beating the Soviet Union in the final. In 1974, West Germany hosted the FIFA World Cup, and Beckenbauer was now the captain. They beat the Netherlands 2-1 in the final, overcoming Cruyff's total football with Beckenbauer's calm leadership and tactical brilliance. At just 28 years old, he had done it all. By the late 1970s, Beckenbauer had nothing left to prove in Europe, so he made a surprising move. He joined New York Cosmos in the United States. Beckenbauer joined legends like Pele and Carlos Alberto in New York, and the experiment worked. The Cosmos packed out stadiums and brought glamour to American soccer. Beckenbauer, still classy and composed, won 3 NASL championships and helped put the sport on the map in the US, even if the league itself eventually folded. After his American adventure, he returned to Germany in 1980 for one final run, this time with Hamburg. In 1982, he helped Hamburg win the Bundesliga title, showing that his football brain was still sharp as ever even though his legs had slowed down. He eventually retired in 1983, closing the curtain on an incredible playing career. Just 3 years after retiring, he stepped into management without any prior coaching experience. No junior teams, no assistant roles, just straight into the hot seat as the manager of West Germany in 1984. It raised eyebrows at the time, but Beckenbauer had something you just couldn't teach: football intelligence, charisma, and a deep understanding of the game. And it didn't take long for results to show. He led West Germany to the 1986 World Cup final in Mexico, where they faced Diego Maradona's Argentina. It was a thrilling game, but Germany narrowly lost 3-2. Still, the signs were there. This team was close to something big. And in 1990, they did it. With Beckenbauer now a reliable figure on the sidelines, West Germany marched through the World Cup in Italy. In the final, they once again met Argentina. This time, they got their revenge by winning 1-0 thanks to a late penalty. Beckenbauer had now joined a very exclusive club, winning the World Cup as both player and manager. Only 2 men in history had done it then: Beckenbauer and Brazil's Zagallo. But even more impressively, Beckenbauer was the first to win it as captain and then as manager. After the 1990 triumph, Beckenbauer didn't stick around in management. Instead, he transitioned into football leadership. He brought the same calm, elegant authority to the boardroom. He took on executive roles at Marseille, but his biggest impact came when he returned to Bayern Munich. Under his guidance, Bayern became a modern super club. He served as club president and later as honorary president, helping the club grow into one of the most well-run organizations in world football. Beckenbauer also played a key role in bringing the 2006 FIFA World Cup to Germany. The tournament was a massive success, showcasing a new, vibrant Germany and producing moments that still live in fans' memories. He was also a 2-time Ballon d'Or winner in 1972 and 1976. To this day, very few defenders have ever won that award. It just shows how universally respected he was. Of course, no legacy is without its shadows. In the years following his administrative success, Beckenbauer faced criticism over transparency issues related to Germany's 2006 World Cup bid. Investigations were opened regarding possible payments and ethical questions around FIFA's dealings. Beckenbauer denied wrongdoing and no charges were formally brought, but the controversy did stain what had otherwise been a spotless career in football leadership. Even with the scrutiny, Beckenbauer's influence on the game, both on and off the field, remains undeniable. In his later years, Beckenbauer battled health issues, including heart surgeries and problems with his eyesight. He gradually stepped away from public life, rarely appearing in front of cameras in his final years. Then, in January 2024, the world received the sad news. Franz Beckenbauer had passed away at the age of 78. The football world united in grief. Clubs, players, managers, and fans from across the globe paid tribute to Der Kaiser, remembering him not just as a player, but as a symbol of excellence. It was the end of an era, but the beginning of a legacy that will live forever. Beckenbauer's story is rare in football. Most players are remembered for their footwork, their goals, or their trophies. But Beckenbauer, he was an institution, a man who started with a ball on the streets of Munich and ended up changing the global game forever. When we talk about the legends of football, Pelé, Maradona, Cruyff, Zidane, Messi, and Ronaldo are the first names, but Beckenbauer absolutely belongs in that conversation, because without him, modern football wouldn't look quite the same. And that's why, even after he's gone, Franz Beckenbauer remains Der Kaiser. So what do you think about Beckenbauer's legacy? Should he be included in the all-time defenders list? Let us know below.